Most highly intelligent people have no idea they are. They go through life assuming everyone thinks the way they do, and that's exactly why their intelligence goes unnoticed, even by themselves. By the end of this video, you'll know if you're one of them. The first sign: you question things others accept without thinking. Highly intelligent people are constitutionally incapable of taking ideas at face value. Where most minds want certainty, theirs want examination. They'll sit with a question for days, turning it over, looking at it from angles no one else considered. In daily life, this shows up as that uncomfortable habit of asking why one more time than people are comfortable with. You replay conversations, you poke at assumptions, you wonder why something is the way it is when everyone else has long since stopped wondering. If you've ever felt like the only person in the room still thinking about the question, that's a sign. The second sign: you doubt yourself more than the average person. This one is counterintuitive. The most intelligent people you'll ever meet are often the most uncertain. It's called the Dunning-Kruger effect in reverse. The more you actually know, the more you become aware of how much you don't. You see this in the way they hedge their statements, the way they say, "I think," or "it seems to me," where less informed people would say, "obviously," or "everyone knows." They're not weak, they're calibrated. If you find yourself constantly questioning whether you're right, even when you usually are, that's not insecurity. That's a sign your mind is operating at a level most don't reach. The third sign: you find most social interactions slightly exhausting. Intelligent people aren't antisocial, they're selectively social. Their minds process more during conversation than the average person's. Body language, subtext, what wasn't said, what was implied. After an hour of that, they need to recover. This is why so many highly intelligent people gravitate towards solitude. Not because they dislike people, but because their internal processing demands more silence than the world usually offers. If you've ever come home from a normal social gathering and felt like you ran a marathon, that's a sign of a mind that doesn't run on autopilot. The fourth sign: you can hold opposing ideas in your head without needing to resolve them. F. Scott Fitzgerald once wrote that the test of a first-rate intelligence is the ability to hold two opposing ideas in mind at the same time and still function. Most people can't. Most minds reach for the comfortable answer and discard the rest. But intelligent minds sit in the contradiction. They can believe someone is both right and wrong. They can love something and criticize it. They can hold a worldview while questioning its foundations. If you've ever been accused of being too complicated, too philosophical, or unable to just pick a side, that's not indecision. That's a mind sophisticated enough to see what most people refuse to. The fifth sign, and this one is the rarest: you notice patterns where others see noise. Highly intelligent minds are pattern recognition engines. They see connections between things that seem unrelated. A book you read last year suddenly explains a conversation you had today. A behavior you noticed in a stranger reminds you of something from a podcast 3 weeks ago. The world looks more connected to you than it does to most people. You see the same human story repeating in different costumes. You see the systems beneath the surface: relationships, work, society, running on patterns most people never name. If your mind is constantly weaving disconnected things together, that's not random thinking. That's the rarest kind of intelligence there is. If most of these felt familiar, you're probably more intelligent than you've been giving yourself credit for. The strange thing about real intelligence is that it doesn't feel impressive from the inside. It just feels like the way your mind has always worked. If this video resonated with you, subscribe. There's more coming.